What's up, y'all? What is good? How is everyone doing, man? I hope you guys are having a great day, great weekend. And again, I really want you guys to know I appreciate all the support. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reacting to a few posts, a few listings that are going to be on eBay. All right. So I opened up the first one, right? What the heck is this? All right, let's be clear, right? When you're listing, so a lot of people, we're all still trying to make money selling clones, right? Make sure y'all like the video for me, please, guys. Like that video for me, man. I appreciate it. A lot of us want to sell clones, but and we're trying to figure out ways to keep the clones up, I guess. This ain't it. This is one of the worst pictures or product. Yeah, I'll just say pictures. I won't roast the whole thing yet. This is, I think, the worst picture I've ever seen on eBay. I don't even know if it does justice with you guys looking at it, but this is horrible. You can tell this person took the picture, probably tried to go on Canva, tried to do a background remover, but they saw that the background remover must have removed some of the box, so they tried to fix it manually. It's horrible. Okay, so this ain't gonna cut it. All right, no matter how many good ratings you got, this type of stuff isn't gonna cut it. We obviously know this is a clone by just honestly the pictures. Now, if you're somebody trying to figure out how to keep these listings up, yes, you do want to take a real life photo. It could be your photo or you could take it from someone else, but this will be down very soon. I'm 100% sure. I don't even know who would want to buy this. Product pictures are really important. They show the person what they're getting and also show the person how serious you take your business. And this isn't serious. Now, the $69 price point is actually insane, okay? Now, here's the clones, right? I thought I had some of the clones somewhere around here. I did some videos today. One second. Okay, so here's the clones, right? Right here. Here's the clones. Now, let's say we wanted to take a picture of them, right? What I would do, the desk that is right here, my desk is black. So I would easily just take, if I wanted to, the picture on my desk, then I can crop it out, right? It makes it way easier. Don't at all try and take the picture outside, I guess, on a light surface and then try to fix it manually. It just doesn't look right. All right. Title, Apple should not be there. AirPods should not be there. Pro should not be there. Second generation shouldn't be there. MagSafe shouldn't be there. You listed as open box because, and I could tell you why you did it. You listed it as open box because you wanted the listing to stay up, because this is not open box, because the picture you're showing it's not open. It's not open. Okay. You still have the green tabs on, so this is a contradiction. I can see this getting you a lot. When I say a lot of chargebacks, and I can see that hurting you and hurting your business. Okay, no, the secret to keeping the listings up is not just saying it's open box. All right, brought refurbished a while ago and barely used them. That doesn't even make sense. Bad description. This is a horrible listing, broski. Horrible. Now, when you say brought refurbished a while ago, why would you ever try to sell headphones that you got off of someone else? Like, now we getting even further into the hole, because now you're saying these are used headphones, which I would never resell headphones. That is not even clean. Like, that's just not something you should do. Never. And I know there's a lot of people out there that tried or still do it because, they want some bread or, they want money. But come on, bro. Don't resell your stink ass headphones with all your earwax in them. And I know you clean them. I get it, bro. But don't do that. Like, and if you are going to do it, don't say brought refurbished. So I brought it from somebody else that had their ears in it. Then I put my ears in it. Now I want to give it to you. Barely used them. Bad ass description. It doesn't even, no. Okay. So then it says country, region of manufacturer, China. manufacturer warranty 1 year. Can you show proof of that? Year manufactured 2020. But you, yeah, no, this is not it. Okay, this is a bad listing. Now, it looks like. Let's see. Let's look at the reviews. So Pokemon cards. Okay, so it's a lot of Pokemon cards, and then I received product, but there was a slight inconvenience. I contacted the seller, and he was incredibly polite and responded lightning fast. Okay, good, bro. All right. See, customer service can always get you a good review, even if you do have a hiccup. That's awesome. All right, I would definitely change this profile picture, bro. All right, next we have iPhones. Now, if you know anything about me, I am a big advocate for not selling phones on eBay. That's one of the worst things you could do, okay? Wait, I want to go back to the AirPods real quick, okay? And I want to show you guys something. So let's say, hypothetically, I am trying to sell AirPods. Let's say they're real. Just go to sold items and then look at what has sold. So today is August 16th. Look, August 16th, right here. Take this, repost it. That's it. That's it. See, the problem is people aren't going to believe your listing because you got your listing at $70. This person got theirs at $150. Which one am I going to trust? The one that's more or the one that's less? I'm going to trust the one that's more. Because the one that's more obviously is going to be the legitimate one. Excuse me. They're going to be the legitimate one. So that's sort of kind of where you put yourself at fault, because you're not actually putting yourself in the right realm to have great brand trust because you're too busy trying to sell. And yeah, you got one that sold on August 11th for $85. Oh, for $85. But look, this is August 11th. So let me see something. Yeah, so it looks like with this search term, they're not even selling well, because you got August 16th, August 11th, August 10th. That's good. August 9th, August 8th, 6, 5, 6, 5. So what it looks like is this is a slowly. So I usually would look at the distance between the sales. You want multiple sold in one day, right? And you want that on a consistent basis. That tells you that your title is pretty good. Yeah, this Apple little title that you put, I wouldn't use it. It's not gonna work. Okay, it's not gonna work. It's not a good title. All right, and again, guys, don't take anything I say personal. I'm roasting listings. That means I'm literally looking for negatives. So, iPhone 12 Pro 256 unlocked, cracked screen, not turning on for parts only. Now, you didn't have to say not turning on right now. It looks like you included a video. So this tells me that you really need this sold. Bad. This tells me that, yeah, you need this gone. This probably is listed on probably every platform possible. So what I would do, right, is one, I would take this video down. Videos, yes, they're really good for transparency. Sometimes they get you to sell. Sometimes if it's a person like me that's looking to flip phones, let's hypothetically say, I know that you're a person that I can make a nice little low offer to and you'll take it. That brings me to the title. The title is okay. I think that it's very descriptive. Now, this would be the only type of situation I would say to put a title like this is when you are trying to sell an iPhone. Like when you're trying to sell a legitimate phone, you can literally put the title iPhone blah 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 blah, right? Like you be as descriptive as possible. But this is where you're gonna mess up. And I think I know why you put the video. Now that I'm looking at your profile a little bit more, I think what you're doing is you're trying to sell this. So what you're doing is, you know that you have a new eBay account, which definitely will get flagged and get taken down because you're trying to sell a $200 product, probably with no record of even being a legitimate seller yet, and you have zero feedback. So you're probably on eBay's radar. You put the video hoping that that will solidify your place, and it might. It might. I hope it does. But usually, typically, you don't want to go out and just start listing $200 worth of products. You want to slowly ease into it so the Vero system doesn't get you. That is eBay's security system. That is an AI that takes and bans and suspends and restricts people. Now, then you have a description that is descriptive. That's good. Okay, now I don't know who would buy an iPhone 12 for $200. Why is it listed for $200, bro, and you only can use it for parts? An iPhone 12 Pro ain't useful for nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, that's something you give to your baby to watch Cocomelon. Like, that's not, like, come on, bro. And that's if the phone turned on, and the phone don't. So, yeah, your pricing is horrible. You got to make this like $50, bro. Like, you got to give it up. You can't keep trying to price gouge. So, what a lot of people do is they think, oh, well, just because I feel it's worth this, that's what it's worth. No, that phone is worth anywhere between $20 to $50, to be honest, okay? I wouldn't even turn in my sleep to try and buy that phone. It's not really a good phone, okay? All right, so next, new seal Samsung S22 Ultra 5G. So this looks like you are a seller, like you sell, like you really do this, which is good, and I'm giving you a compliment. But here's the issue, is when people create variant listings, okay? Oh, I'm not showing y'all the screen, man. Y'all gotta tell me, man. Y'all gotta tell me. Hold on, I gotta go back now. I'm talking about this one right here, y'all. This was the $200 iPhone 12 256. I'm sorry, I'm flipping between screens trying to read the notes, and I didn't realize I wasn't on the full thing. But this is the iPhone 12. Again, price is horrible. Make it like $50. You don't have any ratings and feedback. That makes it hot. You then have a video. It gives off, I need to sell this fast, okay? All right, back to what I was saying. So this is the Samsung S22. I like the listing structure. I like that you have variances. I feel like this isn't the platform to sell it for $324. I could be wrong, but let's see. I'm open for being wrong. Let's see. I don't really know the value with Samsung, so I don't really sell them that much. So we got one that sold $360, $310. Okay, $310. Yeah, I was thinking more so on like the $250 range. All right, well, let's see if that works. If not, just revise it, bro. I would not. Again, you would sell this so much faster on OfferUp than on eBay, but it looks like you have multiple, which maybe this is like your business. So that's good listing, bro. I can't roast it too much because it's business, right? Like, that's a business transaction that I think people will be open to having with you. All right, so this person has 1 positive feedback, 100% positive feedback, 26 views in the last 24 hours. Stock picture, Sony WH-1000XM4 wireless industry leading noise cancellation Bluetooth. Okay, so that to me sounds like you just copied it from somebody or somewhere. Now, if I go over here and I look at other ones, I see that they have similar titles, but that's because I put that title in. But if we look at what it's sold, I see that it's sold with that title. Now, this is $149, but how much is yours? $145. Okay, so you must have did your research and saw this one, but you didn't look at all the other ones. So it looks like the pair of headphones that you're trying to sell are not at all worth what you're trying to say. Now, you might be like, yo, B, you wrong, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, let's just say this, right? I think that you're trying to copy off of someone and moving a little too fast. And the reason I say that is because while, yes, it is selling in August for that high, it also is being sold by eBay refurbishers and Reselling network, people that are actually certified to do this. And last time I checked, I don't think you're certified. So again, you're competing against people that are certified with the platform. They have a badge next to their name, hence right here. this badge. So you're putting yourself in a little screwed up position. I would try to price this lower. All right, Apple Watches. Never buy Apple Watches. Never flip Apple Watches. Never sell used Apple Watches. Apple Watches don't hold their value. Apple Watches are one of the worst products I've ever sold in my life. Apple Watches suck. Nobody wants Apple Watches. And when they do want it, they'll buy it, never use it. They get tired of it. Apple Watches are a scam. I'm telling you, off the rip, don't flip Apple Watches unless they are in the box. Now, Apple Watch Series 7, 45mm midnight cellular. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that Apple Watches don't hold their value, so they'll try to sell it for $200 and it's only worth $40. Now, this Apple Watch Series 7 is definitely not worth $120, but let's see. I think I have a hint on why you actually are trying to do it. Let's see. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, so this is a very professional display. This person has 377 positive feedback. This person has 2.2 K. This person has 280 1. So what I think is happening is you are trying to replicate what you see, but again, you have 456 positive, so you are somebody that takes care of your account. I don't like the product pictures. I think that these are all good, but you should have put a stock picture in front. I feel like you should have put a stock picture to attract more of a generic crowd, and then let them go and look at the different features, defects, and whatnot of the real physical Apple Watch that they're receiving. Now, I could tell that there's nothing wrong with this watch just by the amount of pictures you took, how in depth and close up they are, right? So that's good. Now, the 120, I would bring that down to probably $95. Now, let's look at description. Selling a used Apple Watch cellular. Now, it's a bunch of questions that you're probably getting in your DMs. Is it off of the account? iCloud lock. Like, it's so much information that you're going to have to give them that you don't, in my opinion, give in the description. It has a pretty large scratch on the screen and some. Okay, so this isn't a pristine. This is not a grade A or B plus, right? So if that's the case and you're still trying to sell it for the same amount that the competitors are trying to sell it for, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm getting a little worried because that don't even make sense, right? At some point, you're gonna have to realize that nobody's gonna buy it for the same amount that they can get a pristine one, right? So again, you got to start doing more product research just to make sure that your defective device isn't being priced higher than a pristine one, because you'll just be sitting on it, okay? Next, Beats. All right, horrible picture. Flash was on, and what I like to tell people is try not to have the flash on. It messes up your picture. But I know some of us are only taking pictures in the dark. This is disgusting. I don't think that this picture is nice at all. It's a dirty ass pill case. Now, again, don't take offense to what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying has to be harsh because I'm roasting your listings. But I will say this shows that you tried to wipe it off maybe with a wet wipe, and then the debris got on it, which I understand. But listen, bro, it could have went without that. And, you know, I think it's interesting, though, because, see, I'm very attentive. And you have the sticker right here to the headphones, but this wasn't clean. So this makes me wonder if it's used or new. Now, when I look at the condition, it says open box. These are in like new, purchased from Walmart. So if you purchase from Walmart, they're like new, and you do have a sticker on it, right? Why is this not clean, right? So these are like little things I would think about if I was trying to rebuy, so I can resell it and all that. Change. But then you have some of the accessories and tags. So yeah, I would just be concerned because I can't sell this to my customer looking like this. And yes, sometimes it is that deep, because when you want to resell something, you want to make sure that you don't have to do any extra work, because you want to make your bread back immediately as fast as possible. Always keep that in mind. Now, he's selling it for $89. I think that is a good price point, but I also think that this person priced that based upon them actually studying and looking and doing their research on other prices. But again, I think that having a picture like this at first on your listing would attract more generic people, and then you can try and show them exactly what they're getting after, okay? Next is the Logitech. So this listing right here, 34, 100% positive feedback, good. Now, interesting, okay? I think we have to stop doing what we see, but I also admire you at least being this proactive on eBay. You wouldn't imagine how many people just start eBay and just sit there, right? You have your username behind your picture, so nobody can steal it. Cool. Your picture though is it's interesting. I mean, it's descriptive, I guess. I personally think that the background maybe is kind of right, but that's just me being a hater. You're selling it for $9, which is a big concern. The reason that's a big concern is because if you're selling it for $9, how do I know it's real? Because all the other ones are selling a little bit higher than that. So I would say lower your price, change the price. Okay, now your pictures, cool, I guess. I would put something like this up front first. I would just test and see which one makes me more money. All right, the next one, Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo Switch, of course, this is something that you took a picture of. You got your shadow in there. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to get the job done, and I respect it. Yeah, you're trying to sell this thing. No reviews, but you're selling it for $190 off the rip. That's gonna put you in the Vero Systems radar. You should have sold some low ticket products first. This still in good condition. This Nintendo Switch Lite comes with a hard copy case. All right, so it comes with a bunch of things. This is a personal sale, you could tell, right? So if you allow offers, let's see. You do. So, and that's what kind of cracks me up, right? So you'll have a lot of people that will start with a super high price. Now you might be like, $190 is high for Nintendo Switch Lite. Yes, because it's a Nintendo Switch Lite. And I get it. You want, like, I would probably list it for the same amount on OfferUp, but not eBay, because eBay is ultra competitive. So like, if we go over here and look at the sold items, I'm sure that we can see cheaper. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you pricing at $190? Like, that's an issue, okay? You're a price gouger, okay? All right, next, iPad Air 4th Gen 64. Wi-Fi, definitely overpriced. Used, 5 reviews, okay. And I gotta pay for shipping. Okay. iPad is in good condition, has minor cosmetic damage. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I could tell this is where you're headed. Okay, you're headed to YouTube restriction. That's where you're headed, and I could definitely say that with definitely some confidence. Only because, bro, like, the way this is listed is very vague. It doesn't show that you care. You put a paper towel behind an iPad, and then you took a picture. The pictures aren't even descriptive. The screen isn't turned on. If I came across this, I wouldn't buy it because there's no proof, and honestly, no effort, right? So definitely fix that, bro. Like, get a picture of it turning on, bro. Like, get a picture of it turning on. Get a picture showing it doesn't have iCloud on it. Make people feel like you're actually trying to put in the effort. But then you got to remember, you have a 64 gigabyte iPad. Nobody's paying $230 for that. That's absolutely insane for a 64 gigabyte. This is not 2020, right, or 2019. This is a new day and age. You need to lower that price. You need to do your product research, man, because this shows you the prices that you should actually have yours at. I'll probably put mine at $130. All right, so then we got the JBL Flip. This is like horrible picture, but I do admire the fact you took your own. The problem is it gotta be a little bigger, bro. Yeah, you didn't crop it the correct way. Again, I would have used the stock photo first. The pricing, I don't know much about these speakers as far as pricing right now. I haven't checked. So let me see. Yeah, pricing seems to be like quite okay. Right? So, okay. Yeah, the price is okay. Keep it there. In very good condition. Test it. Please see photos. Okay. Yeah, so again, I think that you're focused on just selling things around your house. So this is a good listing. Because you're not really trying to resell. It doesn't look like. All right. So with that being said, we did that.